Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. Today, a couple of firsts for me. My first Palmetto State purchase and my very first 5.7 by 28 chambered firearm. I've always been curious about the round, but didn't want to spend $1,300 on an FN. And the Ruger and Smith & Wesson never really appealed to me. But Palmetto State just ran a sale on this discontinued color that's not optics ready. That was absolutely too good to pass up. So I just got home from my local FFL and thought I would unbag this with you. My first thought about Palmetto State is it actually comes in a wicked nice canvas bag. I think maybe they all come in bags like this, but this was actually a really nice range bag. And inside, I'm not sure if this bag was meant to match the firearm, but inside I do have the standard green PSA Rock. If I didn't call this out by name, it's in the title, the Palmetto 5.7 Rock. Again, just home from the FFL with it. So let me put this aside. Inside the bag, you've got these different patches that you can configure. You've got one magazine it comes with, which has a 23 round capacity, 23 plus 1, which is insane. You also get, it looks like, just a federally mandated lock over here. But in general, you also get the top of the bag, your owner's manual. So I think actually a really nice bag for the crazy low price this thing cost. I am really impressed. So I'll go ahead and show you this firearm. It's definitely clear. So again, 23 round mag of 5.7. And I, again, blown away by the price, and I can't wait to get this thing to the range. If you haven't yet, please consider liking and subscribing. I have talked to a friend of mine who's going to lend me his FN 5.7, so I'll do a side-by-side comparison as well as range footage for both. So if you haven't, please consider subscribing. I'll have those coming up in the very near future once I get time at the range with these. So again, this is the Palmetto State, made in South Carolina, Pacific 5.7 Rock. Again, chambered in the 5.7 by 28 caliber. Striker fire gun. And my first impressions, again, this color was discontinued, and I think they're discontinuing all the non-optics versions. So I actually like the color. I really didn't care once I ordered it, but the color is actually quite nice. And first impressions for me, the hand feel is actually really pleasant. So as always, I'd love to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on Palmetto State? I know you guys know that I'm H&K fan, SIG fan, B&T fan, so this is definitely an opening price point firearm, but the quality on the outside, first impressions, and they got the grip texture right, it feels like to me, and it actually feels like a fairly well-made firearm. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Palmetto State and or the Rock if you have experience with them. So this does come with a 4.7 inch barrel. I forget the other specs, but I know it's less than 5 inches. I did bring out my old VP9 because it looks like it's very close in size to VP9, but actually it's a little bit bigger. Look at that. So a little longer barrel. I have a 4-inch barrel here versus 4.7. Height-wise, very similar, but just longer on the Rock. So polymer frame, steel slide, of course. Starting up top, you've got standard Glock sights. So 3-dot sight set up, but they're fitted for Glock sights, so pretty easy to interchange, I believe. I'm not a Glock guy, but I know they make tons of sights for them. You can see the craftsmanship up top. Again, for a gun that was so inexpensive, I'm actually quite impressed so far. You do have front and rear cocking serrations, as well as Picatinny rail up front for anything you want there. Again, nice long pick rail, so you can position it where you need to. This is my first 5.7. Fascinated by how small that hole is for the round to come out. So I can't wait to get to the range and get some shots downrange. I do also like the fact that, again, for an opening price point gun, they give you lots of features. Even this memory pad here, you can use for your support hand or your index finger, is a very nice touch. And again, the texturing, I can't get over how nice the texturing is on this. You do have one finger groove there to help keep your finger high under the trigger. So again, good placement on there. Looks like the magazine, it's all for right-handers. You have the slide stop, slide catch over here, and mag release is on this side. And pretty tight fit, actually. It doesn't go in there really smooth. That's one thing I would note. Steel magazine. The mag release could be reversible. It looks like the same size over here. Again, another close-up of the texturing. Really impressive. It feels very Goldilocks-ish, just not too rough, but rough enough that it gives you some comfort or some confidence in having a good grip on the firearm. Trigger guard shaped like that. There's your serial number on the bottom. Let's look at the trigger. So, striker fired, of course. You do have the safety dingus on there. So I know the FN does have the controversial safety up here in this position. I'm not sure about the Ruger or the Smith & Wesson, but this one just has the safety dingus as a safety, and plastic trigger. Take up some mush, and it breaks. Reset. Pretty short actually, and tactile. Small bit of take up, and it breaks. Again, for such a low price, the trigger seems fine to me. Super excited about that. Inside, I believe to break it down, I'm going to have to do this sort of like a Glock as well. Just pull these tabs down. Oh, you don't judge me, learn with me. Oh, there it comes. Yep, just pull those tabs down, pull back slightly. And inside here, we can take a look at how this thing is made. Again, dying to hear from you guys. Have I bought a piece of junk, or is this thing going to be super reliable, super fun? I cannot beat the price, and I can't wait to go shoot this thing at the range. So there's a look at the slide and trigger group. And here the guide rod. Set these things aside. And then the barrel. Oh, a fluted barrel. I actually think I'd read that and forgot about it. So there's a nice fluted barrel. The feed ramp, and I forgot the twist on here. I should put it in the comments, but that's a close-up look at the barrel itself. Very nice fluting on there with a super small hole for the round to come out of. And inside here, let's take a look at this. So again, green all over. I don't see a lot of machine marks. This thing looks, again, this is straight from the factory, so this is how it comes lubed and everything. This looks to be a really nice firearm. So again, my first experience with Palmetto State. I will have follow-up, hopefully very soon, follow-up rounds at the range with the 5.7, and I'll also get some comparisons done with the FN. So please do keep checking back. I'll try to get those up as soon as possible if you're curious about them. And again, as always, please do sound off in the comments. I want to hear your feedback on the 5.7 Rock and or FN in general, Palmetto State in general. Now I'm going to embarrass myself and can't get back together on camera. There it goes. Maybe. There it goes. Yep. Check for function. And that is my very first look, my unboxing, if you will, of the Palmetto State 5.7 Rock. My only knock seems to be that magazine is tough to get in there. We'll see how that does over time. But there it is, Palmetto 5.7 Rock. Thanks so much for watching. And again, if you haven't yet, please consider liking and subscribing.